Greg Leon, congrats on a great show the other night. And you give us some thoughts on Jackie Foster's win over Frank De Alba in the main event, which was a very exciting fight, as well as the rest of the card. Marshall Kauffman, the main event was a fight that should be remembered for a while in the Bethlehem area. It was an outstanding fight for both guys. De Alba started slow and came on in the later rounds. It was a fight that the fans will definitely remember. De Alba showed a lot of heart and he was getting stronger as the fight went on, but Foster was able to get off to a faster start. There's nothing to be ashamed about because De Alba fought a great fight. Luther Smith stopped Elvin Sanchez in the second round. I thought the stoppage might have been a little premature, but I'm not going to question the referee too much. Every fight from top to bottom was exciting and it was a great card overall. I'm very pleased with the boxers who fought on the show. I was pleased with the turnout and we're looking forward to the next one. GL, did the main event get moved down from a 10-rounder to an 8-rounder? Marshall Kauffman, no, it was always an 8. I saw that they had it as a 10 on Box Rec, but it was always an 8. I think if it would have been a 10-round fight then De Alba could have evened out the scores or won the fight, but there is no loser in a fight like that. The fans are the winners and the fight should have been televised because it was a great one. GL, Frankie won a handful of fights after his loss to Omar Douglas. He looked like he was one more win away from getting another big fight. How much does this loss set him back? MK, I think it sets him back a little bit without a doubt. Frank is also 30 years old, which isn't young for a super featherweight. He fought a young tiger in Foster, but he's got to get back to the drawing board. I still think he's one fight away. I was trying to pitch him for the Diaz fight with Top Rank, but they never wanted it because they don't want to fight a southpaw. It's amazing that some of these guys don't want to fight southpaws. Who knows? Maybe after this loss the door opens for some opportunities that weren't there before. GL, will you look to do a rematch with De Alba and Foster? Will you look to pitch it to TV? MK, definitely. It should be a 10 or 12 round fight, but it has to be televised. GL, Craig Callahan had a draw with a guy that had an upside-down record. What happened there? MK, the guy with the upside-down record came to fight and it was a great fight. Some people thought Callahan lost and maybe he had an off night like De Alba had an off night. I've never really seen Callahan fight before, but anytime you get yourself a draw against a guy with an upside-down record you really need to check yourself. GL, Marcus Bates recently suffered a loss to Reyes Aleem. I know you were very high on Bates. What went wrong there? MK, Bates did what De Alba did. He got off to a slow start and Aleem never took his foot off the gas pedal. Bates was gunning for a knockout and Aleem was boxing well. In the fight with De Alba and Foster, De Alba forced him to take his foot off the gas pedal and slow it down. Bates wants a rematch, but I think Aleem is looking for bigger things right now against fighters that are with other promoters. Aleem has a bright future ahead of him and I still think Bates has a great future ahead of him as well, because he's still a very young fighter. GL, you've got a busy week coming up. Tell us about it. MK, I have Victor Vasquez fighting Josue Vargas at the Barclays this weekend. On the same night I have Chase Nelson fighting Josh Bowles in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and on Friday night, we've got Marchie Taylor fighting Jimmy Williams on the Roy Jones Jr. undercard out in Las Vegas. So I've got 3 guys going in 3 different states, so it's going to be a fun weekend. GL, closing thoughts. MK, Kings Promotions keeps putting on great fights and we are going to continue to bring it to the fans, so stay tuned.